So now I'm going to do some of the challenge problems here in part 4. So I'm going to start, I'm going to go underneath them and solve them. So this is 3/4 A times A, right, equals 1/4. And remember when it's 3/4 A, this means multiplication, and the opposite of multiplication would be division. But then we'd be dividing by a fraction. So anytime you have a fraction as the coefficient, right, of a variable, you're just going to go ahead and multiply both sides by the multiplicative inverse or the reciprocal. So just the opposite of the fraction. So you just flip it. So instead of 3/4, it's 4/3. And then you do that to both sides of the equation. And what ends up happening is this will cancel out. 4/3 times 3/4 cancels out to 1. So you'd be left with A. And then equals, it'd be 1/4 times 4/3. So 1 times 4 on the top. I wish I was doing this on paper to show you. I think it's easier. 1 times 4 on the top would be 4. And then 4 times 3 on the bottom would be 12. So this would be 4/12, which you could simplify if you'd like. You can try C on your own. That one's kind of, actually, sure, I'll do it. So let me look at that one. I wish I had paper. It'd be a lot easier. I'll just do C anyway. So I'm going to do C on this side. So 7/2 equals C divided by 8/7. And since you're dividing by 8/7, you can actually multiply 8/7 on both sides. So that would be times 7/2 on that side. And then the other side would have canceled, right? If you did 8/7, you'd cancel those out. So you'd be just left with C on that side. And then the tops are 8 times 7, which is 56. And the bottom is 7 times 2, which is 14. So it's not too bad. So if you're dividing by the fraction, you can go ahead and keep it the same and multiply. But if you are, like this one, if you're going to multiply 3/4 times A, you want to multiply both sides by the reciprocal. And same thing. So let's try number 4. I'm going to get rid of that, sorry. So number 4 is -2/9 equals -3/2 times M. And since there's a negative on both sides, you can actually just go ahead, before you even multiply, get rid of those negatives and just treat it as 2/9 equals 3/2 times M. Okay, and then to get rid of the 3/2, we're going to multiply by the inverse, 2/3. And we're going to do that on both sides. So this would be 2/9 times 2/3. And then that side, those canceled, so you just have M. And then 2 times 2 is on top, so 4. And 9 times 3 is 27. So that's equal to M. So you can go ahead and try the rest. I think I'll stop with that. Oh, okay, I'll do one more. I'll do number 6. So I'm not going to worry about the negative until the end, but I do know that I only see one negative. So I think that's going to tell me that my answer will be negative. So then I can just ignore it. So we have x over 1/7 equals 4/7. So to get rid of 1/7, we multiply both sides by 1/7. That will just leave x on this side. And then that's equal to 4/7 times 1/7. So x is equal to 4 times 1 is 4 over 7 times 7, 49. And don't forget, since we didn't keep the negative, we have to bring it back, right? We didn't get rid of it because there's only one. So it's -4/49. And you can go ahead and try a couple more of these. If you want, I can show you how to do them at milk break or lunch. But these are really advanced. So if you're even sort of understanding how these work, then you're in a good place.